I know my charts look crazy. Good morning, y'all. But yeah, this is how we're just gonna look at it today. All right, so as y'all can already see, we got all these different session areas of liquidity mapped out. Again, the indicator that I will use whenever I'm looking for these price points is going to be this ICT sessions one setup for life. So as you can see, like the Asia, I already have them mapped out, but right here where you see this Asia and these yellow lines in the yellow box or orange, whatever color that is. Then we got the New York PMs in the blue, lunches in the gray, and we got the AM right there in the green. But yeah, I'm gonna turn that off. So kind of what I'm expecting. So we already took out the PM low from the New York session last week, Friday. We did that this morning or during the London session. This blue line right here, you see liquidity was swept down there. So we have a London low right here. In that move, we also took the Asia low. And then now you see we're already trading back in the range. This green box up here with the words NWOG is the new week opening gap. So that's pretty much just the gap from the close on the market on Friday to the open today. And you usually drop down to the 5 minute time frame to be able to see this gap and kind of get a little bit more accurate position, precise position on this gap. So with this gap, how I'm kind of looking at it, right, is so we opened up Friday and then we started trading below the gap. Now we're starting to make our way back towards the gap. So whenever something like this happens, I'm thinking, okay, we traded below it and we didn't really find any extra movement below it. And now that we're trading towards it, I'm seeing that we'll probably trade through this and go above. And then on top of that, we already took the New York PM low. So there's a couple ways this could go. We could go and just take the Asia high, tap back into this new week opening gap, and then come back and start making lower prices. Or from here, we can open up, sell off first, maybe take out that, not take, we probably wouldn't take anything else out, but we'll probably tap back into this Asia low area to see kind of like a retest possibly. And probably fill some more orders and then we find a continuation to the top. So it's just kind of both ways how I'm looking at it. I do kind of feel like we could go a little bit lower too, because if we look at the weekly, is it the weekly? I think is the, it's not the weekly, I think it's the monthly. So that'll take time to play out anyways. But just on the monthly, you see we have this monthly IVG, which is an inverse fair value gap, which is it was a bearish fair value gap that was formed right here on these three candles. And then we had last month where we came back through, disrespected the fair value gap. We closed above it. So at some point this month, I would expect, at least it's possible. It doesn't have to happen, but something that I would look out for is possibly this month that we're in currently price to come back in here and tap into this area again. And then we start looking for longs again for the month, hopefully to close out the month. So I don't know, maybe we come down here and then we make our low of the week either today or tomorrow, or it could be next week. It doesn't have to be this week, but just come down here, create the low for the month, and then we'll continue up higher and possibly try and take out these weekly and monthly equal highs that we have up here. Or we could also just be consolidating. We could just consolidate, because I mean, we've made all-time highs you know, anytime you make a new high, you're gonna see some consolidation. So since we made highs on such a higher time frame, that exact move that I'm talking about could possibly not happen. There'll still be moves for us to make, but it might not. That might not be a target for right now. But it's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, as of right now, that's kind of like what I'm seeing. I think I'm kind of leaning more towards going long today. So I will probably sit back and wait for that opportunity. We also have news dropping at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So anytime you see my times right here on my Forex Factory, I'm on the West Coast, so I'm 3 hours ahead. So 6:30 we got the PMI, which is 9:30 Eastern Standard, and then no, sorry, 6:45, so which is 9:45, we got the yellow news, the final market and PMI, and then at 7 a.m., which is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the manufacturing PMI, SM, and a couple of things that are dropping from that point. And then we're also supposed to have Fed Chair speak at 10 a.m., which is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I probably won't get into a trade until this number drops. So after 10 is possibly when I'll start looking for my trade, depending on how things set up. If we can get, if I feel confident in the setup enough before the news, I might get into it. But it's best to just not get into trades before news, 2 minutes before, 2 minutes after. So we'll probably just wait that one out and see what happens. And then other than that, that's really it for today. So there probably won't be an after lunch trade because this is starting right at 1. And I mean, that's technically after lunch. So we might just get, it might just be choppy at that point. And then probably Power Hour will probably have a nice move after Powell's done speaking. But I probably won't be in front of the computer that long. But yeah, that's what's going down today. Now, yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna execute, see our setup, and play this thing out, see what happens. Hello? Hold on. I said that again? Okay, yeah, no, we're looking at ES today. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I know. Right. Yeah, I've had some people that have come into the room already. That's what they trade as ES. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, market is open. And as you can see, we already started going up straight to that Asia high and to that new week opening gap that I was talking about. But like I did mention before, is the fact that we do have this new week opening gap. We tested the middle of it when it opened up. When the market opened up, we came down it back into it and tested that area. So what I'm expecting is, because we've traded below it already, we want to go test the other side. But we do have news in 15 and 30 minutes. So I'm not going to be getting in anything until after that 10 o'clock news drops. And then we'll see if we can get a position. And like I said, I would be expecting us to take out the PM high up here at 5,932.75, 5,932.75. That's where I would expect it to at least go. I do want to see it go higher than that, possibly into this gap up here and then this area of liquidity that we have mapped out at like 95.50s to 59.50s to 59.60s. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna be patient and see how this plays out. Yeah, so like I was mentioning earlier, we would want to go test the other side of this new week opening gap that is already happening. But like I said, we do have news dropping soon, and I don't really want to be in a trade before news drops. And it's only been 5 minutes since the market opened, and it's just better not to look for a trade right when the market opens, because you do get a lot of movement and manipulation chop at market open the first 15 to 30 minutes. But this just shows if we can leave like a gap at this point, some type of gap, an area for the price to pull back into and then continuous move up. That's a possibility. Or we could this could be even just like a sweep of this Asia high and then clearing out this liquidity, and then we could see price look for lower pricing. Because like I did mention, I do possibly expect price to tap back into this monthly inverted fair value gap that's all the way down here. But like I said, that's on a monthly chart, so that could take time. But we do have news all this week, so all of this stuff is possible. Pretty much every day we have red folder news, so we just got to play it out and see. Okay. All right. So about 15 more minutes before we place any trades, because like I said, we got news dropping. News just dropped at like 1 minute ago, and then we have 15 more minutes before the red folder PMI drops. Um, so this new week opening gap, like I was telling y'all earlier, I was expecting that. This was like part of my target, and then also expecting us to come and trade on the opposite side of it, which we got. But now we're starting to get a strong rejection back into the range. But again, we do know that news is dropping, so this could just be manipulation, but we just got to wait and see what happens. But we also did take out this Asia high, so it's possible that that's all the liquidity that it wanted to get right now, and then we could probably start seeing lower pricing. Um, but for the next 15 minutes, we kind of just have to see how this plays out, and we'll be able to get a better idea of what we want to do next. Mm-hmm. Yeah, patience, patience, patience. Just gotta wait for this to play out. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you can make money on ES now. Yeah, I was definitely more consistent with ES before, so I don't mind trading it again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So yeah, like I was telling y'all before, this was one of the possibilities. Like it'll come, close this gap, trade on the other side. Then we got the failure up there, and then we started selling off now. So that's what we're seeing playing out right now. So that wick was pretty much these 5 minute candles right here. If you on the 1 hour, all of this price action, this is what it looks like on the 5 minute chart. Came up, then sold off real hard. Still got 8 more minutes before I want to get into anything. All right. So 2 minutes until that news drops. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, news just dropped. Dang, what they say. Okay, PMI was a little bit less than what it was previously. So was, yeah, the prices, ISM manufacturing prices. No, I don't get caught up in the moves just because I know there's gonna be more. Like it's still early, especially not this early on. Like I don't know. Yeah, get the FOMO. All right, so we're starting to get some rejection. So I'm kind of deciding how I want to play this because it's pretty obvious that we've sold off. But was that because of news? It just wanted to sweep some extra liquidity. It's kind of the decision I have to make right now. I'll try longs from right here. See how this plays out. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah. Apex. You can't see the amounts on the screen? Yeah, it should be on my thing unless it's delayed or something, but yeah. 5. All right, so I would really like to see it possibly go back up into this new week opening gap, but you see this red box right here. I'm thinking that was an inverted fair value gap on the 5 minute. That might be where we're going, and price probably wants to go a little bit lower today. But one thing that I'm looking at is that even though we did all of this pullback, we didn't take out any major liquidity lows like the London low. That's still intact. So I'm thinking we might, possibly have energy to push up and take that liquidity that's on the top side before going any lower. So I'm gonna be pretty aggressive with my stop on this trade. So I'm just gonna move my stop to like right there. No, I got you. For sure. Yeah. I mean, even we're kind of counter trend trading right now. So I mean, it's better to get out. Yeah, and be safer than sorry. because it's kind of hard getting used to the idea of like buying below old lows what most people would want to sell. Yeah. So I'm gonna move my stop to break even now. Uh, 58, 887 and a quarter. Okay. So we have this 15-minute fair value gap that we're trading in right now. Oh, but it's on the go. Yeah, but it's, as you can see, I mean, if this candle closes up here, we're disrespecting it. And then I'm still liking the longs. Because it kind of looks like we just swept the equal lows. Right here, swept liquidity and then possibly going up to where I was expecting at 59.32. That's kind of where I would expect it to go. But we're getting a rejection now from the fair value gap. But it's still early in that because there's a 15-minute fair value gap and there's 10 minutes left in this candle. It's not looking good though. Yeah, I think I'm probably about to get stopped out. Okay, okay. It caught itself. Now let's see. But yeah, we need to see this. If we want to stay in our trade and be long, we need to see this gap get filled. All right, we're getting to the top end of that gap. Now we just need to see how this trades up here. We want to make sure this 15-minute candle closes outside of this box. So we don't want to see a wick like this or like the bottom of this candle. We don't want to see anything like that. We want the body to close outside this gap. Now just let us know that there's bullish, like the bullish energy is pretty strong. Okay, body's outside of it now, but we just have to stay like this. As you can see, we've had wicks already at this bottom part, so just got to be mindful that the same thing could happen because it is Monday. Powell is speaking later today, so it could just chop around in this. So you just got to be mindful of what's going on right now. So if you have to close your trade, just do it. Don't be too hesitant with it, but just keep that in mind. Yeah. Like I did mention, we did have the 5-minute inverted fair value gap up here at the top. Gotta be mindful of that too. Oh wow, okay. Just move my stop up a little bit. So we're in that 5-minute inverted fair value gap that happened earlier. So this green candle created a fair value gap and then price came right back through it. And then now, what I mean is that when it says inverted is because it was disrespected. So a lot of times you could see price come back, tap in for one last time and then continue to move down. So this is where that wick that I was talking about could come into play. So you just got to pay attention to how price is moving in this area. But I'm ready to close this trade out if we get any type of strong rejections. Pullbacks I'm okay with, but strong rejections and big wicks, I'm just gonna get out. Absolutely, absolutely. I love to help out when I can. You know, you did it. It wasn't me. You executed. So good job. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. 1026. Mm-hmm. Wagwan Max, did you get in on this? Okay, good. Okay, that's good. That's a good trade management right there, Max. Hey, that's good. Hey man, ES is where it's at. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm probably strictly back on ES. Mm. Nah, it was just. I mean, I made money on NQ. It wasn't like I don't know. I still feel like NQ does its thing, but it's just a little trickster though. Because if we go look at NQ, I could see how I could have got into this trade in the same process, but it just plays. It plays. Yeah. Usually in the daytime. Oh, he just got it too. Okay. 43. Yours is delayed. It's 4,400 right now. 4,500. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still in the same trade. I'm still in that one trade. Yeah. Yeah, so that's delayed because it says I'm 46 right now, 47. Okay. All right. All right. Bye. All right, what's up, y'all? Yeah, so I'm usually on the phone and with you guys because some people can't get in front of the computer, so I just try to help out as much as I can. Um, but yeah, I'll probably get the call back. I'll always pick up. It's my Dukes, so but it's looking good right now. We're up 4750 right now, 4,750. I would like to see it go and take my TP up at the top, but instead of taking partials, I'm just gonna keep moving my stop to different areas that I think should be good areas of support if price does get back to them. And yeah, we're gonna hold on to this one and see how it plays out. It's still early. We came back up and retesting the Asia high. Hello? Oh, hold on. Oh, you did? Uh, the patience, man. Hey, Zane, how you doing? Yeah, Max, this 5 minute fair value gap, uh, I don't like it too much either, but we're already past the 50% of it, or at least the inverted ones. So I'm gonna stand with this one. We do have this other 5 minute one right here. That's bearish. We would like to see it get inverted, right? So we would need to see. I'm gonna take that one out because we already are back in this one. But this green one that we see right here, and if we can get this to trade and close outside of this gap, then I think we still got room to the top. But right here, because this is the last fair value gap in this leg on the 5 minute chart, so a lot of times price likes to go to that one and then reverse. But just the way things have kind of set up and played out already, I'm kind of thinking that we'll be able to trade through this. And if we can get through this one to close above and get some more energy a little bit higher, then I think we can go to our TP at 59.32. Right. Minis though. I mean micros. Well, no, I'm doing minis. Is this mini? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because this is regular ES. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this regular ES isn't micro. I can only really do micros with um NQ. I just feel like I can't. It's too slow for me with ES. I'd rather just do one contract or something. Yeah, it wouldn't have happened. It would have been like you would be at like 500 right now or something if doing micros. Yeah, yeah. So you're on the same. Yeah. All right. So right now we did get the body of it is above this 5 minute fair value. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead and put my TP up here in case this just does. In case this thing just goes. Yeah. So we got the closure above this 5 minute inverted fair value gap. So I mean, this is gonna be a tricky area because we could possibly this candle right here could come back and tap into that. So we gotta be okay with that drawdown if that does happen. But I mean, if we create a gap on top of this gap and don't pull all the way down there, then that just gives me extra confluence that is gonna be pretty strong. Okay. All right. Love you too. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. All right. Love you too. Bye. All right. Yeah. So a couple ways we could possibly look at this, right? So, like I told you, it could come back and tap into this, and then if we look on this, the 1 minute also, it's gonna get confusing with all these boxes, but just kind of stay with me. But so this gray box that we had was a 1 minute fair value gap. We had the candle close above it, and this could possibly coming back in to test it again and then move up. And then I also told you that 5-minute inverted one also, it was liable to be tested again. So you just got to keep that in mind. Got to be okay with the drawdown at least, and then try and see if we can go to full TP, man. Yeah, Max, what you said earlier, like I wanted to be long, but then price was kind of like making me think to go short just because the way it was moving. But you know, with news and everything, stuff like that happens. But based on what's printed, like this makes sense. We still could fail and not come all the way up here. That's possible. But we just gotta get out of our trades when it's time to get out of our trades, and not just, you know, hope it's gonna go back up if we start getting some drawdown. So this isn't quite what I want to see right here, right? So we created this lower candle, and then this, yeah, see that right there? That's what you got to be careful of. That's what I don't like seeing. But yeah, I'm probably about to close this trade out. We failed to take the high. We're getting strong bearish pressure, so we're selling off a little bit. Let's go back to the 1 minute. But at the end of the day, I'm still happy with this trade. Like, I'm happy with how this played out. If I get full TP, that's cool. If not, I'm straight. Like, we made our bread for the day. Yeah, so if we continue to get rejection at this point, like if we don't snap back up kind of towards the top end of these candles, then I'll probably end up getting out. But 59.10, okay, 59.12. Yeah, let's see. I like that idea. If we can close above, then I think we solid. We also need to invert this fair value gap right here. But as you can see, we're respecting the 50% of the fair value gap. So the trade could be over. For right now, you know, there's always an opportunity to get back in if needed, but I'm not chasing profits no more. Just, you know, Gotta focus on the process. Yeah, so it's respecting the 50% of that 1 minute fair value gap. So yeah. How much time is left? I'm just seeing how these candles are printing and how much time is left, so I could decide on what I want to do. But either way, we're gonna close green. Probably about to get out of this. Looking at it. I give it a little bit more time, see what's going on. So we also do have this fair value gap down here that could possibly hold some weight. Because if you really look at it, we did close above some of these other fair value gaps, but we might just be having trouble in this area. So I don't want to jump the gun too quick and just close it out. Let's see, because I have my stop in place, right? But I don't want to give back too much. That's the real thing. You don't want to give back too much. It's trying to inch his way back up there. Okay. All right, so now let's see if this candle can close outside this 1 minute fair value gap. This red box that's right here. Doesn't even have to close outside of it, but let's see if it could close above the 50%. And that one did. It did close above the 50%. So even the same instance, the 50% could play out the same way. Like when you get a body close above the 50%, next candle taps it and then shoots up high. Let's see if that happens. No. But let's see though. Still gotta wait this out. Hell yeah. Love to see it, man. I love to see green. Even though we learned from the red days, like the green days is what it's all about, man. It's fighting this area. Okay. Yeah, this is what I hate to see, these wicks pop out like that. Yeah, so we just waiting to see what's really gonna happen. I'm ready to close my trade out, but I also wanna be patient and wait a little bit and see if we can get up to that PM high. We already made it all this way from the low. So I think we can do it. Oh my gosh. No stop loss max. No stop loss max, boy. Hey man, you know, you got your science down. As long as you cutting it when you need to cut it, then hey. But just don't trade news and stuff like that with no stop, man. You don't want to risk your whole account like that. But yeah, I definitely agree. We definitely do have some like good bullish pressure. We left some fair value gaps behind on higher time frames. Um, I just don't like how we're wicking on like the 15-minute and other time frames. But you know, I can't take every wick and every candle to heart. Like I gotta look at the whole picture. I'm hoping we could go to TP. If not, I'm cool with whatever I close out with. Even if it came back to 2000, I'll be happy with the 2000. But we're not gonna let it come back to 2000. Yep. Yeah. So I have if price did start coming down, possibly like 58.90s in general. Pretty much the same what you saying. So you see right here, we're closing above it a little bit, right? But not enough to really convince that we've balanced that entire price range already. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, so the stall we're getting right now, um, we did close above, which is valid. We have this inverted box right here. We got a true close above, and then maybe this is like our retest of this area. But we've kind of done so much in this area that this area should be balanced already. So my idea, like with it coming back into it like this, I'm not sure. Okay, we got something from that, but yeah, I'm not liking the way that's playing out right now. Back, fail, swing highs. We haven't been able to take out the high from previous sessions. We're kind of failing to take out this short-term intermediate high. But yeah, I'm ready to close this out. I'm gonna still give it a couple more minutes. So I usually would like to be done by 11 or 8 a.m. my time. And then, I just go do what I got to do and then come back after lunch to see if we have a trade set up or something. Okay. Now we just need to keep this energy. We don't want to end up like these previous 5-minute candles. That's what I don't want to see. I want to see us take liquidity, leave some with displacement and energy, and then I want to see us continue up. But you know, trading is just, it's powerful though. Like, think about this. I literally been on here with y'all for what? 2 hours since like 6:30. $6,000, bro. I wasn't even getting that a month at my last job. That's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, sir. I see it. It's coming. I would even like to see it go higher than this, but you know, we can't be greedy, man. We gotta do what the chart and you know, our analysis is telling us. My analysis does tell me too that we could possibly go up here, but I'm not gonna rock with it. We have so much news dropping this week that this week could be a big week for a lot of people. So I just want to keep my head on straight and be able to execute on those days. Let's go. Yeah, so I want to see some candles close above these highs. I don't want to see wicks at this point. So we closed above this high. Now I want to see us close above this next high over here. And I want to see bodies closed above it. I don't want to see any wicks above it and then the bodies below it. So I do feel like we found some support right here on the 5-minute. So I'm going to move my stop up to 59.01 just in case. I even might want to put it up under this new week opening gap. Yeah, that might make a little, I'll do that. Just a little bit closer. I still put it at the bodies of those. bro, it could change your life. Like, you know, it's crazy. Like learning, trading, and everything isn't overnight, but once you get it down, you could change your life overnight, bro. Like, or a couple weeks or whatever. But you just gotta do the work. Once you pinpoint, woo, look at that. God. Yeah, it's probably time to get out of this one. Well, I do have my stop there. Yeah, 6 G's in a day. Not even seeing it for real. Not even seeing it in a month, bro. Like that. That's what's crazy. Like 10 times more to work. Like 8 hour shifts, 5 times a week. Not the move. All right. I hope. So this is why I like having stops in, because sometimes you can't anticipate that stuff and it moves too quick for you to get in or out of the trade. So let's look at this. So the trade idea is probably done for right now. Because as you can see, remember I was telling you I wanted to see candle closes above these highs, and we're not really getting them. We're getting wicks and then rejection. But if you just look at the structure of everything, it's still trending up. So that's still in our favor. But yeah, might just have to be a little bit more patient on this one and see, but I am ready to close it out. Me personally. Cause I don't want to sit through all the bullshit. Yeah, so then if you like, and then another thing is like when you look at that big drop on the 1 minute, it looks real drastic, and then you zoom out, go to like a 5 minute, and it's still kind of within the range. But a lot of times when you see stuff like that happen on the 1 minute, it's kind of telling you, it's kind of showing his hand before it actually happens that it does want to reverse. But you know, it's just, you got to make that decision on, do you just want to close the trade, reverse it, and try and go with the trend? But I'm probably about to get out. Ooh, I almost did. Let's see if we can keep pushing though. I almost closed that out. Hello? What's going on? No, because I already had this. I already had this for a couple. Yeah, it's a 250K. Yeah, yeah. 15. Yeah. Yeah, it's already back up. It dropped down and then we back up. Yeah. But I'm just going straight to TP. Whatever I'm trying to hold for my TP. I got my stop loss up. We're good. Yeah, I'm my stop loss in the green, everything in the green, so we're good. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. You got to know it's delayed too, so that was already. Even if I took it now, it wasn't even at that amount right now. Yeah, right now it's 66.87. Yeah. All right. I think it said 3, but it was $16. Like you can't. Yeah. Like I don't say what y'all want about them, but you know what I mean. I don't know. Especially for people learning, I think that's the way to go for sure. Yeah, because it's gonna save you money. Activation is 140. I mean, yeah. But that was part of that. It was part of whatever deal they had going on. Yeah, that's not their regular for that. It's just part of that deal. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, trade day. I really like trade day. Trade day is like, I think, overall go to. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm probably closing this one out. We'll take the 5,000. Yeah. But all right, love you. All right, bye. Yeah, Max, I feel like I shouldn't close it out, but then I feel like I should. But I do have my stop here, so I should just let it do its job. But I guess in my head, I'm just trying to secure it a little bit more instead of letting it come all the way back to the stop, because it's looking like that's what's going to happen. Even on the 15, if you look at the 15-minute candles, it's pretty much engulfing each other. So the energy to the top side is done for now, at least. We failed to make new highs, all of that. Yeah, so trying to give it one last chance. I like the way that's turning around, but is it gonna stay like that? Yep, more than enough. I'll move my stop up to right here. We come back down there, shit's over with. Feel like we left that wick at the bottom. Shouldn't be any reason for it to go down there unless price just wants to go any lower. So instead of closing my trade out, that's what I'll do. I'm just gonna move my stop. We leaving it right there. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Which is probably gonna happen because we do have this fair value gap right here. And you see how hard we rejected from it. It's just a 1 minute, but we'll just see. Hello? Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, yeah, I didn't really care. I didn't say nothing crazy. Yeah. And that's why I was saying it. Like yeah, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, that's me talking now. All right. Yeah, yeah, I know. All right, love you. Bye. Oh yeah, Max. All you gotta do is go to that the Tradeovate site, like it's trader.tradeovate or something, and log in with your Apex information. Then go to the settings over in the top right, and then you'll see it says Trading View, and you just click Add On. You don't gotta pay for it. You just click Add On, and then once you do that, you go back to Trading View, and then you'll hit the trade. If you look at my screen, this trade thing down here at the bottom, and then you'll find Tradeovate, and then you'll just log in with your Apex credentials. Yeah, I'm not closing it now because I'm starting to see, some structure that I like to see. We had this bearish fair value gap right here, and then this candle closed above it. We're coming back and testing that area right now. But I just need to see some candle closes above these highs. Like I'm tired of seeing these wicks from these highs. That's just my stance on that. And I don't wanna sit here all day through the trade also. On the 1 hour, let's look at that. Oh yeah. And then you look at the 1 hour, look how strong that candle is, right? That bullish candle. So that's definitely a possibility. I forgot that the new hour just started 15 minutes ago. So a lot of times when you see the way the anatomy of candles, right? So I forgot how to get to my brush tool. It's right here. So like all this, so say this is like the open. Oh, what the heck? Let's get a different color. All right, so all of this down here is just manipulation. So we had the candle open, so it shot down, and then you would expect it to like go in the direction that it wants, and then the candle closes like that, right? So what this is showing us, so how you can look at this is like on this right here, this was the wick. Like if you kind of put that together, so that area looks like that if you go to a smaller time frame. Wick, boom, then we shoot up, and then we will want to see up, and then we kind of close down, then we get the wick at the top. But this happened the other way, so it wicked up to the top, and then we started coming down. So that kind of lets me know, and I don't know. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. I still kind of feel like it just should have took some. It's not showing enough bullish energy for me to be continued, like to 100% convinced. But I'm sticking in it though. I'm gonna keep my stop right there. If we come back and tap into it, it is what it is. We're still up. The logic is still there with the new week opening gap, everything. But it's possible that breakout definitely could happen because we've already tested the other side and we're coming back. We haven't really traded on the other side of this new week opening gap, so that's what I'm hoping we see today. Good job. We'll see you tomorrow. Back at it at the same time. Man, this thing been bouncing back and forth for the last what? Almost an hour. Yeah. We just chop, chop, chop. Yeah, I'm right there with you, bro. Like that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is that because this happened the other day when we were trading, we were waiting for it to go a little bit higher, then boom, the thing just turned all the way back around. Now, when that happens, you know that does set you up for a trade like later on. Like that day, I think it was Friday we were trading. I ain't come back to the afternoon after lunch trade, and that after lunch trade went to where we were expecting it to go, and it was a way better trade. Like there was, you know, there was more movement in between from entry to target. So like we would have made more money if we would have were patient for that one. But we've already got the move up. And one thing that I'm like worried about is on the 15-minute, we do have a fair value gap down here, right? That hasn't been tapped at all. This fair value gap down here. So I'm just worried that, you know, the market's gonna do what it does, like shoot all the way down here, take everybody out, and then we'll see like a continuation maybe after lunch. And we got Powell speaking later today too, so you got to be mindful of what he got going on. So, because you know, anytime he speaks, the markets move, so you got to be careful with that. But but yeah, you know, I'm low key ready to get out this trade. I keep saying that, but I'm trying to just let it come to my stop loss. It look like it's about to right now. And if it does, that's cool. I could probably come back for a after lunch trade or something and see what's going on. Yeah, that bad boy's going now to the sell side. I was just talking about that fair value gap, and that's where I feel like, you know, price wants to go. So yeah, we got stopped out of that one for 4,800, which is cool. Hell yeah, man. I'm still happy with that. But we just didn't get that push up that I would have liked to at least go to that, which is cool. And I was ready to get out that trade. I don't like sitting in trades for too long. Like I wanted to do what it needs to do and keep pushing. But you just see like on this 15-minute, we had just it was creating too much equal highs. So that's just letting you know it's creating liquidity right there, right? So I mean, it could be creating liquidity to come back to a little bit later. Like I said, this fair value gap, it could come tap into it, and then we go where we want to go. But I think still a good trade, man. And that's how you do it. But yeah, but as of right now, man, that's it for this morning. So I'm done with that trade. We'll try and come back maybe after lunch and see what's going on. But I do have some things I got to do today. I'm not sure if I'll have time to really come back on, but if I do, I'll definitely be on. Just check out for the notifications. And we'll see if we can get us an after lunch trade. But that was beautiful today, though. I love it. Ended up with 4,800, I think. I'll come back and let you guys know exactly in the recap video later today. But hey, man, y'all be safe out there. You know, pay attention to them rules. Follow your plan. You know, take your money when you can. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.